I'll hand it over to my co-chair, Dr. Bowman.
Thanks. Our next speaker should be Hua Guo. There he is. He's from the School of Biomedical Engineering at Tsinghua University, and his talk will be on self-navigated 3D diffusion MRI using simultaneous multislab with multiband blipped-CAIPI. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. No? Doesn't work? Oh. Okay, all right. I got grant support from Philips. We all know 3D imaging is widely used for structural imaging and functional MRI. Here's one example. No pointer. So this is MP reach of high resolution, and this is 3D anatomical imaging. This is 3D EPI for functional MRI. Then the question is, can we do 3D diffusion imaging? If this is feasible, then the fundamental pillars of neuroimaging can all be conducted by 3D imaging, right? Then the fidelity is higher, accuracy is higher, right? Save a lot of problem. Researchers have been trying along this direction for quite some time. Here's one example, also from Dan's work. Diffusion prepared 3D grids. So the first part is a diffusion preparation module, and here's the signal readout module. And here's the images from this study, 0.8 isotropic. So another method is called a G-slider. So basically, for a thick slice, they can excite multiple times. In each excitation, they use a different phase encoding, IF encoding. Then they combine all signals together, solve an inverse problem, and get the final fine images like this. So with this method, they got such kind of data, 0.76 ISO data, but the excitation time is quite long, 18 hours. Another method is 3D EPI multi-slab. So basically, in this technique, they excite slab by slabs. In each slab, they use KZ encoding, right? Here's the results. It shows very fine details. If we do 3D diffusion imaging, there are multiple challenges. The first important one can be phase variation. If you use different KZ encoding, motion can cause phase variations, all right? If you use multi-lab, you need to stitch them together, then you see boundary artifacts like this. Another question is, can we use multiband with blipped-CAIPI, just like 2D sampling? You may also ask, why multi-slab but not a single slab? Why multi-slab? Okay. There are multiple reasons. The first one can be the intershot phase variation, just as I mentioned. We found that also from other work, motion in only thin slabs can be well recorded. Thin slab can be recorded by 2D navigators, all right? Also from sampling efficiency point of view, for single slab, in each TR, you can only acquire a single KZ encoding. The lifetime is wasted, you have to wait, all right? For multi-slab imaging, you can use interleaved sampling scheme. So you can squeeze in a lot of slabs in a single TR. Also, if multiband can be used, it can further accelerate the sampling efficiency. Therefore, previously we have developed this simultaneous multislab 3D DWI. So just like 2D imaging, we can image multiple slabs simultaneously. Okay, we call this SMI slab, all right? For the signal description, we use a 4D key space, just like a 2D imaging here. Here's the basic sequence. image echo, navigator. Navigator is used for motion recording and face correction. All right. If you use CAIPI, we need to add CAIPI gradients along slice direction. Here's the sampling trajectory. And here's the final result, DWI, FA, and the reference. We found that for the navigator acquisition, it takes more than 30% of acquisition time. Therefore, sampling efficiency is still low. So recently, Dr. Carla Miller's team from Oxford, they proposed this self-navigated multi-slab DWI. The idea is really smart. So to help you understand, let's first look at this navigated multi-slab. This is rectilinear sampling. We have different KZ encoding, right? For each KZ encoding, we have a navigator. This navigator. From the navigator, we can reconstruct the face information for the final image recon. For self-navigated multi-slab, so instead of using this rectilinear sampling, we use this KZ blip sampling pattern. KZ blip. For each sampling, they need to go through the key space center. By using all the key space center signals, we can set up like a structured low-rank reconstruction and extract the face information. Okay, it's a great idea. So inspired by this idea, we aim to develop self-navigated simultaneous multi-slab 3D DWI. Again, this is our previous development. And here's self-navigated technique. If no CAIPI, we still use this KZ blip sampling pattern. For each shot, we go through the key space center. If CAIPI is used, the trajectory needs to go up and down like this. All right. Again, here's the sequence. This is the previous one, and this is the new one. So 30% of acquisition time can be saved. Therefore, TR can be further shortened for better SNR efficiency. And here we see we have KZ blip gradient, KM CAIPI gradient, and the KZ encode gradient. They are all in the slice direction. For the final recon, you need to correct for the crosstalk for this, crosstalk effect for this. For the recon, there are multiple steps. So basically, first we need to use grappa to separate those slabs. Then we do a structured low rank to estimate the phase information. For the sampling scheme, it's just like the 2D multiband imaging. So we can excite 1 and 6 simultaneously, the next 3 and 8, then 5 and 10, etc. It's an interleaved sampling order. All slabs can be acquired in a single shot TR. So here's the result. To validate the phase, the up row shows the navigator phase. This is the reference, right? The bottom row shows the computed phase. They are very close, therefore can be used for the image recon. And here's the image, differentiated image. Again, up row shows the Cartesian sampling with navigator, rectilinear sampling, all right. The middle row shows the KZ blip sampling with navigator, all right. And the bottom row shows the KZ blip with computed phase. They look all very similar. We also compared 2D DWI with 3D DWI. Basically, the acquisition time is very close. Resolution is 1 millimeter isotropic. So from the comparison, we can say 3D shows much higher SNR, of course, right? Because we excite big volumes. And here's a comparison of FA maps between 2D and 3D. Again, 3D shows higher SNR. For fiber tracking, 3D also shows better fiber connectivity, like as shown here. They are barely connected in those 2D samples. You may also ask, does this take a longer time? For 3D imaging, it's usually complicated, right? So we did some simulation for 0.6 millimeter isotropic for Connectom 2 or Magnus. So for 2D imaging, the TR need to be like 19 seconds. For 3D, our technique, 1.9 seconds. So in one different direction, this one just slightly longer than this. Because for 3D imaging, we usually need to do like a 20% over sampling, right? For basic multi-slab imaging, it's much longer. But SNR for this is much higher than 2D imaging. SNR efficiency is also higher. So to summarize, we developed 3D different imaging. For navigated 3D DWI, optimal TR can be achieved for 1 millimeter isotropic. This is for SNR efficiency consideration. For self-navigated 3D DWI, so there is more TR adjustment space, and better SNR efficiency can be achieved for even higher resolution. Here, I'd like to thank our collaborators from Oxford and my team members from Tsinghua. If you have interest in this work, please visit our poster 1919 in the afternoon and tomorrow afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have time for one very short question from the floor. Okay, then maybe ask one. Why the move to multiple slabs? Wouldn't it be more efficient to just acquire the whole 3D volume at once?
So basically for a single slab, for a single whole volume, it's not easy to record motion. So you have to do multi-slab. Also for multi-slab imaging, you can do interleaved acquisition, you can add multiband acceleration. So therefore, it's more efficient. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Great question. All right.
Hi, great talk. I had a question about your reconstruction. So I assume it's done offline and not on the scanner, is that correct? How long does it take with the SLR estimation of the phase maps? And
Right now, it takes quite a long, days.
days? Okay.
Yeah, we are doing AI-based recon.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.